Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share messages that I get from Spirit for all of us who are all on this journey to love and to reunite with our divine vibrational matches in this lifetime. And today I'm going to share a couple of channeled letters that I did for a lady yesterday because she asked for two letters, one from her twin and then the other one around the mandala effect that some of you or us may have experienced, and seeing them more and more often. And so basically what the mandala effect is that you see your let's say you see your reality change. So in this particular instance where she lived, a trail had always been called a certain name, and she had photos of it called that name. And and then suddenly one day the name had changed, and yet all then records of it changed as well. So it's this thing of, it's almost like this weird deja vu moment that happens, and it's quite a bizarre thing. And so she wanted to know about that because she's been noticing it happen more recently. So those are the two letters, one from her twin and then also one around the mandala effect. So I'm going to share what came through, but also I'm going to share a spirit animal to say what spirit animal wants to be with us today to help us on this path, for all of us who are doing this vibrational or energetic journey, let's say, who are aware of energy. So this is for those who resonate with this twin flame energy. So the message of the for spirit animal that's going to be helping us today is this. It is the dragonfly spirit number 22. Of course it would be number 22. 22 is the sign of the beloved. It is the sign of the beloved and keeping the faith and hope in the six-pointed star, divine feminine, divine masculine, divine union in the Star of David. So let's have a look. 21, 22. What is the message? Truth transcends illusion. So Dragonfly Spirit is here to remind you of the wisdom and truth available at all times in the hidden realms. Just as a dragonfly catches your eye with its reflective wings and body, Dragonfly Spirit appears to tell you to pay attention to the truth beyond the illusion and recognize the insights that come seemingly out of nowhere, peeking through from behind the veil. In the realm of spirit, there is far more wisdom. Look at that. It's also on page 69. Divine feminine, divine masculine. So wisdom than you can perceive with your senses, and there is a deep knowing that you are not separate or alone, for a higher power recognizes you and loves you beyond measure. Fears dissipate as you realize you are embraced by the nurturing force that is everywhere, always in communication with you. Alighting when you are preoccupied, Dragonfly Spirit offers this message. You exist in unity with all, including the protective spirits who share their wisdom, and you are being nudged along the path your soul needs to travel to have the experiences it craves. Love exists in many forms, and sometimes we overlook it when we don't recognize a particular form. Pay attention to the signs now. They remind you that each of us have inspired dreams seamlessly sewn into the fabric of the invisible world. And there is a great consciousness that exists in the seemingly empty spaces, guiding us on our journey. Open to the truth, letting the wisdom of the hidden realms inform you, providing insights your conscious mind overlooks. So, and the protection message of this, because it's always, we always have the two sides, is, did you really think this world of the senses is all there is? From the hidden mystical realms, signs are being sent to you, but perhaps you have perceived separation and convinced yourself that you're on your own. Have you fallen into spiritual amnesia and forgotten your connection to a living, loving, always supportive universe? If so, rub the sleep out of your eyes, for Dragonfly Spirit is here to remind you of all the love and support available to you in every moment. There is an organizing principle underlying the events you have experienced, and Dragonfly Spirit can help you see it and trust that Spirit has your back. Let go of the illusion of chaos and randomness. Love is here. So follow the signs that appear serendipitously. As you pay attention to the magic all around you, you will know that you are on the right track. Well, for a twin flame, you've got numbers 22 and 66 there, and 69 there. Both signs of the beloved and divine feminine, divine masculine. So here we go. So I'm going to share the two channelings that I did. Also the dragonfly. Last night there was, look at that, underneath was the dove spirit. So be at peace. Dove spirit and dragonfly. And there was a program on nature, and it showed all the fireflies when they start to mate, they basically give off a light, and they lit up this entire tree just with all their flecks of light. And it is just, and that's how they attract, you know, their mate to them. And it's just a good reminder to see, you know, what we have to do at the moment is to be anchored in our own light and follow what makes us feel good so that we can be stronger in our light. And this is great guidance. So this one is a letter from her twin to her. And the letter was this. It says, and we can all do this, which is why I'm going to share it. So imagine your shoes have a light show on the bottom of them. In the soles of your feet are light switches. When you touch the ground, each and every step brings light to our love, powers our truth, supercharges our destiny. Can you do that for me? For us? Our energy is building up in power, gaining strength, but there is more to go. We are part of a whole. We are part of the new movement. To make the movement happen quicker, we need to actively supercharge our feet with light. So that's so brilliant, because, you know, that's a simple thing to just turn on the switch on the soles of your feet, you know, intentionally, and just imagine, you know, that we turn on the soles of our feet, and then as we're walking along, we are sending light, which is like those kid shoes, you know, when they stand on them, the lights go off. So I just thought it was a brilliant way, because it's super easy to do and super easy way of grounding this light onto the planet. So I'll read it again. It says, imagine your shoes have a light show on the bottom of them. In the soles of your feet are light switches. When you touch the ground, each and every step brings light to our love, powers our truth, supercharges our destiny. Can you do that for me? For us? Our energy is building up in power, gaining strength, but there is more to go. We are part of a whole. We are part of the new movement. To make the movement happen quicker, we need to actively supercharge our feet with light. Which is very much, you know, what the dragonfly does as well, when it was saying about unity. You know, it's unity consciousness that we're growing into, that we're all part of a whole. We're not separate. We are part of a living, loving cosmos. So the next one is, what do you want to tell about the mandala effect? So this question was specifically around the mandala effect, about what's going on, about those weird sort of deja vu experiences, or where you could have sworn that you saw something and then it's changed, and it's a very strong impact. So this was the answer. It's about vibrational and frequency changes. As vibrations speed up, the dimensions become collapsible for moments. Like the opening of a door by the wind, it only happens when the conditions allow. The door has to be on its latch, and the wind has to blow in the right direction. In the same way, dimensional shifts happen in this time and space reality when the frequencies shift upwards and when the required energetic wind shift happens. Like changing a gear on a car. It happens to increase the speed, increase the frequency. It is a necessity for the new earth to be anchored into this dimension. It will become more common. So, as we are shifting, basically, as we're speeding up in our vibrational pull, it's creating these windows of opportunity for, you know, like it said, for the dimensions to collapse. So things then get stuck or things change, which is why we're always asked to be put on your highest timeline, right? Which is why always every morning, as part of your morning rituals, have the intent to be living your highest and best path. You know, as you go out on whatever your morning routine is, if you go for a shower, if you go for a walk, use that as a process to set your day up with the intents for what you want to live for your day. Not just your day, but also your life. So it is about living with the intent to spread light, to anchor in light onto the planet, to be the highest vibration that we can be as we master our energy. So it's about vibrational frequency changes. As vibrations speed up, the dimensions become collapsible for moments. Like the opening of a door by the wind, it only happens when the conditions allow. The door has to be on its latch, and the wind has to blow in the right direction. In the same way, dimensional shifts happen in this time and space reality when the frequencies shift upwards and when the required energetic wind shift happens. Like changing a gear on a car, it happens to increase the speed, increase the frequency. It is a necessity for the new earth to be anchored into this dimension. It will become more common. And there you go, that was 11:11 on the clock, just as I said that. So, all part of anchoring in this new energy, this new frequency onto this planet, the highest frequency of love. So, there we go. That's today's message. I hope that helps. If you would like to have a healing, a reading, a channeling like this for you and your connection, please do. All details are in the link below in the description box, but I will finish just by saying another spirit animal. What is the other spirit animal that wants to work with us today? So we've had dragonfly spirit, and also we have isn't that the wasp spirit? Sometimes life stings. So we have to experience the sting, right, to know what we want to create in our life, and that's the duality. Interesting that both of these ones have wings. So we need to experience the bad stuff for us to find our wings as well. So there's always a sting in the tail. But that's okay. So let's have a look. Sometimes life stings. Not all that spirit creates in nature is easy to love, but when we look through the eyes of wasp spirit, we recognize that even though sometimes life stings, there is a purpose for pain, just as there is a purpose for wasps in the natural world. Wasps keep insect populations down, supporting the growth of plants. So too the sting of life may hurt, and you may feel deeply disappointed or even resentful that wasp spirit has shown up. But you will soon come to see that spirit has something wonderful in store for you. You may well come to realize that being stung led to something far better than you had envisioned for yourself. Perhaps behind the scenes, wasp spirit was conspiring with spirit to ensure that you could grow something of value to you. Spirit has a plan, and wasp spirit plays a part. Have you ever looked back and been glad your prayers weren't answered because the path you took led to something far better? Wasp spirit is a reminder to reflect on those times, for today's sting may hurt, but something better awaits you. And the protection is, are you holding on to anger, jealousy, or resentment because you got stung? Or could you have just stung yourself by comparing yourself to others? There will always be someone else who is more successful, happier, thinner, richer. Jealousy is the false belief that you can't have what you want, or someone could take away something that was supposed to be yours. Let it go and release all those feelings that are making the sting hurt long after the stinger has been removed. Wasp spirit has woken you up, and now you are called to trust that disappointment can lead you to a different and better path. Align with spirit now and trust that this too shall pass, and is already doing so, for the pain subsides when you stop telling the story of how much it hurt. That's so true. So the message for today is to don't replay old stories because they have a sting in the tail. And to trust the dragonfly spirit. The dragonfly also is a creature that sort of forms out of its own, basically it leaves one body behind to create another. So we're always on this journey of regrowth and rebirth. So I hope that helps. If you would like any of my services, again, all details are in the link below in the video. But in the meantime, I hope you stay well, stay bright, and stay switched on to the light. See ya. Bye.